Good afternoon to the dozens and dozens of Dolan and Brolley fans listening to the Point Spread here at fantasypoints.com. After a 1-week Thanksgiving hiatus, it's good to be back with everybody. My name's Joe Dolan. His name is Tom Brolley. T-Bro, how was your holiday? How you doing? I mean, what's going on here in week 13? We got 13 games to talk about here. 5 weeks from today. We'll do these in the playoffs, but they'll be less.
Yeah, we'll do smaller versions of them in the playoffs. But yeah, I'm doing good, Joe. It's a nice to get away for the holiday for a little bit, see some family. Of course, I have my best week of the year against the spread. The week that we don't do this show. I don't know what the hell that says. I guess
we're turning it off. See you, everybody.
I know. Like, I get hot as soon as I don't do the show. I go and win our poll that we're in. Like, I win $680 in that goddamn thing. So, of course, I get hot. It's as soon as we don't do the show. So, hopefully, I can keep it going. I'm feeling pretty good. Won some money on that Dallas game last night. Hit 2 props. Missed the over, giving out that prop. Of course, a lot of shit happened before that game with Kamara and all their tackles being out. Cooper not being out at 100%. But, feel pretty good going into this weekend. Got some good vibes here. It's been a little bit of an uneven season for me. But, getting that winning, my winning percentage on my ATS picks up to like about 52%. So hopefully I'm ascending here as we head into the final 5 weeks of the season here.
Yeah, so we'll talk betting here. I'm still recovering, I feel fine, but I'm still tired, I think, from the COVID booster. I'm feeling crash.
The season's just really long, and
the season's long, and it hasn't rained here. I swear to God, in 3 weeks. So I think my allergies are acting up, and all kinds of shit's going on.
We got a warm spell up here, Joe. It was like 50 degrees yesterday.
I have the window open today.
Nice,
I wore shorts and flip-flops to the grocery store last night. That's the Brolley dream in December.
You son of a gun. I almost wore shorts yesterday. It got up to like mid-50s. I was thinking about it, but it's only like we're in like early December here. We got like probably 8 hours of light basically out there. So it's 55 for like 3 hours, and then it's like back to 40
dark out here. I mean, it's just my eyes are killing me, but it's supposed to rain this week, which actually it's probably a good thing we got I got the allergies going. Anyway, let's talk betting, Tom, without further ado, and let's get to some of the games of the week. We'll talk props, and Tom, I think there are going to be some situations where there might not be props yet. Once again, probably the Cardinals. I mean, but we'll move quickly through those games, and let's start with the Giants at the Dolphins. The Dolphins are -6. 39.5 the total against Mike Glennon and the New York Giants. Tom, the Dolphins are going to blitz the ever-loving hell out of Mike Glennon in this game. That is a guarantee.
They were going to do it against Daniel Jones. They do it against everybody, no matter what. But Mike Glennon, he's a statue back there. It's not looking promising. I got this one at 2.5 back on Monday. I gave it out. That was before the Daniel Jones information really came out there on Tuesday. I loved it back then against Daniel. Daniel Jones has not played very well, basically since like the early October here. So they've been trending in the wrong direction. I mean, this is about as low as a team totals you're going to, maybe we've seen this year. 39.5 overall. So the implied team, they're expected to score maybe just over 2 touchdowns in this game. So it's brutal right now for any as Joe and I were Barkley owners in our big money league. This is just we're just praying that he gets to 90 yards and catches 4 or 5 passes from Mike Glennon, and maybe he falls into the end zone. But this is a tough scene right now for the Giants. But I got the Dolphins -2.5. I still lean to that side. I think they should pretty much, this has been a terrible offense all year for the Giants. They've been one of the worst scoring offenses, so just don't see them putting up many points in this contest here.
I'm not betting on Mike Glennon, I'll tell you that, Tom. Are there any props that interested you here? Myles Gaskin, by the way, is at 54.5, and I'm not saying I'm going to bet on Myles Gaskin to go over 54.5 rushing yards. But that's where I would lean because Philip Lindsay is doubtful in this game. He comes in after last week and he picks up an ankle injury, and he will not. Very unlikely he's going to play in this game.
Yeah, I'm actually, this was a pretty limited. Whenever I looked at it this afternoon, I'm looking at this Kenny Golladay line though. It opened 38.5. It's up to 46.5. Now that I'm looking at it, might be something I might consider under here. I mean, he's been pretty miserable all season long. Might have to go back and research, Glenn, and what was that thing? The Cowboys game back in week 5, whenever Daniel Jones got a concussion at the goal line. I might want to go back and look at, some of the numbers from that game to see, who fared pretty well, playing with Glenn in there. But, I would only, I would look towards the unders on the Giants side. And, I'm not really seeing much here. We just have the Gaskin number here. I guess they're waiting on maybe Devontae Parker here to see what his status is, maybe for the rest of this passing game for the Dolphins. But Jalen Waddle, he's as hot as anybody right now. I'd be maybe looking at his numbers, but just a limited marketplace out there right now for this game.
Yeah, no, right. You're waiting on the Devontae Parker situation for Miami. So nothing much else there. Indianapolis at Houston. Indy's laying 10 on the road, 44.5 total.
Yeah, I grabbed this one. I just added it to the best bets here this afternoon. Grabbed the Colts minus 9.5. The Texans, I just see them being able to name their score in this game. It was a 31-3 contest earlier this year when they played. Texans couldn't move the ball at all on the Colts defense. Jonathan Taylor, John went on the bit of the conservative side. 125 rushing yards for Taylor. I thought, this might be our first John Hansen, projecting 150 yards for a back or something. But, maybe he's thinking that it's not going to be very competitive. So they might be able to limit him to 15 carries and he'll get his 125 rushing yards that way. But, I just see the Colts being able to do whatever they want here. And Texans, there's looking at that injury report here the last day or two, they got, an illness, might be the flu going through the building right now. Not that they have a lot of pivotal players, but
Brandon Cooks is one of them.
Yeah, one of them is Brandon Cooks. A couple of receivers are on there. If this, it's a thin team to begin with. So if you take out a handful full of players here, this roster is getting really thin, and it's just not looking good here right now for the Texans in this matchup. And the Colts are a team that's been ascending here the last couple of weeks, been very good against the spread here recently. So
Jonathan Taylor's line's at 105.5, Tom, and it's exactly what you said. Does he even need to play that much is the question here, but there ain't no way I'm hitting the under on that. I'll tell you that.
No, yeah, I thought about it. Once we go up to a number that high, it's really tough to feel confident because they can pull them after a certain amount of touches. If it gets real ugly, they could rotate Marlon Mack or Nyheim Hines in. So it's just once we get a number up in the triple digits there, I tend to stay away from those really extreme totals there because if they miss any kind of time during the game, it just throws off the pace to get to that number. So not something I'm really